Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're working on another Chevy Corvette C8 and installing a Lemans edition exhaust. Let's get into today's video. Alright guys, so last time you guys saw in the Lemans edition exhaust, that was a race setup, right? This is a street setup. It's already been installed. My boy Kevin here walk you through what he did, and today is going to be more of a sound clip to give you guys a different version of the exhaust. The other one was very loud, didn't have any muffler. This one has mufflers. We're going to show you the stock muffler setup, and we're going to walk you through this exhaust, put the bumper back on, and go for a test drive. All right, so this is the stock exhaust. It's very big and bulky, and it's pretty heavy, and it has the quad tips, but you know, on left and right sides. The C8 was the first Corvette that usually switched it over, because I remember the C5 and the C6 had it in the center. So the Lemans edition exhaust switches them back to the center. This is the street NPP. Thank you, Kevin. Street NPP version, and it has mufflers as well, so it makes this installation a little bit more complicated, as well as having to connect to the cats and everything as well. But in a little bit, once we're all done getting it, secured, we're gonna go ahead and give you a test start on it, cold start, and see how it sounds. No valves open, and with the valves open, and hopefully a little test drive. Kevin, was this a little bit easier or harder from the street version? The race version.
This was harder than the track version. The track version is a little straightforward, straight pipe at that. So there's not the complex setup of the mufflers, cooling rings, and all the extra V-bands. So on the track exhaust, you have a straight pipe that comes directly into the quad pipe, and that eliminates the electric valves, so they do have bypasses to trick the ECU to not go into limp motor or check engines. This one is a little more complex because you are utilizing the electric valve system. It does have an option for vacuum valves if you'd like to go that route too. But this one was a little more complicated in the sense of the room to actually work with it and get the pipings fitted. I had to drop the cats, which was a bit of an extra step, but behold, we got it on. Nothing gets too complicated for us, so. We went ahead and relocated mountain bushings that were originally up here, and then these come from the sides of the tips. So the kit's pretty straightforward. It provides all the bracketing and the bolts that you need to make it go back to the original glory of the center exhaust that these Corvettes used to have. So it should sound nice.
All right, so this thing's almost wrapped up. We're gonna go ahead and start installing the bumpers next, and go ahead and get that sound clip for you guys. Now the only thing about this one is that he's actually running a Street Hunter rear bumper diffuser. It's gonna have to get cut, so we're gonna have to cut into some of this carbon fiber. He's also running actual metal diffuser. I'm not sure if it's gonna work because the brackets for it are gonna interfere with the muffler system as well. So either we modify them or we just end up not running it. Obviously we're gonna get into more labor doing that, so we're gonna ask our customer what he wants to do, so we can go ahead and get this thing wrapped up.
So Kevin is our exhaust expert. He's saying after this first one he did, now the second one, he had a kind of modified third one. This should be a breeze. But here he is. What you gotta say, Kevin?
It's teaching me a lot with these two fingers. Finger motion.
That finger motion, you can see how strong his fingers are. So ladies, I think they kind of went over it. They already had trimmed this piece on the carbon fiber to fit the exhaust here. It comes obviously with a new piece, but we're trying to retain the carbon fiber. You can see it's this piece here. I think it looked cleaner with the carbon fiber piece. So Kevin's doing his final adjustments. This thing, for being a street version, is it's still pretty loud. But even with the valves turning on, I was like, okay, it's gonna be quieter, but not really. It's still gonna be the HOA, or what did you call it? The HOA?
This still looks like a neighbor heater. Sounds like a neighbor heater setup.
We've already, reversed engineered these mounts. We're gonna go ahead and put some rib nuts up there, to go ahead and make this nice area to go ahead and mount.
This actually took a little finessing to redo that shape and not crack it. So if you know about your aluminum, I won.
And also the rear bumper looks like it's coming along. How's that rear diffuser looking?
We went with this cut specifically rather than to removing the splines off of the splitter, so that does give us enough clearance so nothing gets singed on the sides for when the tips heat up. And then underneath that secondary, the diffuser splitter should make up for the dead space underneath, so should look good. Okay guys, so I took a step back and figured out the mounting point for this diffuser, since we had to change the location of it for that quad tip center exhaust. Now we have the Lemans tag visible, and we have adjustment for up and down. Went ahead and did rib nuts into this carbon fiber rear bumper reinforcement, so that should hold it up nice and sturdy. And it does not intervene with any of the bracketing or the exhaust bushings, so that's good. And I think at this point we are ready to mount the rear bumper, see what it'll turn out to be. So let's go ahead and get to that.
All right guys, and here is the final product. Now this C8 has a Street Hunter diffuser, so it looks a little bit weird, missing that kind of piece that is signature for the Le Mans editions. It comes with the kit. It also looks very aggressive with everything that's going on. I'm a fan. I think it sounds amazing. We're gonna go ahead and get a little bit of a video of this thing driving as well. But let us know what you guys think in the comment section. Yes, or is it a no? You guys need to let us know.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, behind me we have the C8 we've been working on for the install on the center exhaust for those quad tips. Now we are going to be getting a small sound clip and a small drive-by for you guys so you can hear the actual Ladies and gentlemen, back here we have the Corvette with Mr. Reed, and we are going to get his initial thoughts on the new center exhaust for the Corvette. All right, Mr. Reed, what do you think right off the bat? First impression.
It's ridiculous. It's awesome. It's amazing.
Does it bring back that nostalgic feel of the Stingray?
It looks like a real Corvette now.
There we go, back to its former glory.
Back to the way it's supposed to be.
Yes, sir. Mr. Aton, would you be able to switch modes and go into track or sport? Go ahead and give it a rev for me. Thank you, Aton.
That's ridiculous.
That's the smile I'd like to see.
The way it's supposed to be.
Yes. Well, there you have it, guys. I think we did an amazing job on it. It came out super swell. Happy customer. And here at SOS, we got you covered.